It's Town Home Spec Inspections. Getting ready to do an inspection here at 9215 Cook Street here in Thornton. Getting started a tad early here. See, beat the rain coming in. Anyway, this is an ASHI inspection. ASHI's the American Society of Home Inspectors. Copy of ASHI Standards of Practice is given with the home inspection contract and is the contract. What we're looking for here, hopefully there aren't any, but we're looking for issues, okay? Hopefully there aren't any. Issues an electrician, a plumber, a furnace person, or a structural engineer would come up with, okay? That's basically the 4 parts of the house, okay? And if we find issues with the electrical, the plumbing, the furnace, the structure, the roof, the windows, or whatever it may be, then we have the expert in whatever field that is to come out to further evaluate. The reason for that is different opinions and methods, costs, and materials to fix the same problem, especially in structural stuff. Generally, that's not necessary, but if we have issues with, water stains in the garage, you're going to have to get a roofer out here to verify what if those are past or present leaks, okay? So, stuff similar to that. I'm going to start on the roof and work my way down. Okay, the very top roof is going to be inspected with binoculars. I don't get a ladder and go up there and do all that stuff, okay? Don't have a ladder that big. That's professional roofer if you want. You do have some lifting shingles up there. These binoculars for the very top roof. You can see some of the, what you call them, lifting shingles. Nail pops, you call them. That probably should be looked at. You can get driving rain up underneath those. And seeping and rotting, and by the time you find out about it, it's sometimes you got thousands of dollars worth of damage, and you do have a little bit of lifting flashing here. Can't get a ladder to get up there. You damage the roof if you do that stuff. Professional roofers got the big old ladders to get up there. I'm not gonna get up there, okay? Yeah, to use these binoculars, I get to see a lot better up there. Yeah, those are lifting pretty bad up there. They're actually nail pops. There's a bunch of them up there. They need a roofer to go up there and tack those back down, okay? So it has to be done by a roofer. You just can't pound on top of the shingle and push them down. You damage the shingle that way. You have to gently lift the shingle up and attach them. So yeah, that's something that should be addressed. You can see some of the lifting flashing. That should be tacked down too. Again, that has to be done right and caulked after you tack that flashing down. Just so you know, this isn't cosmetic stuff. I ain't doing this because it looks goofy. You get driving the rain up underneath there and it can leak, okay? None of this inspection is cosmetic, okay? So shingles themselves don't look too bad a shape. Got one little ladder damaged one there, but other than that, that's why you don't put ladders up here. You damage the shingles. Anyway, it doesn't look too bad. What we're looking for is granular loss. We're looking for shingles that need to be replaced. Some pretty rusty gutters there up there. A lot of rust coming down from up there. The best way to do downspouts is you don't drain them on the shingles. It wears the shingles out there, and then when the water comes down, it overflows the lower gutters. The best way to do this is take that gutter, that downspout, and take it to grade. Take it to the dirt. Take it all the way down to the grade, and then you fix it, and you don't have any issues. If you clean your gutters out, even with the little granulars in here, if you clean these out, it won't rust out as bad. What you can do to save these gutters is you clean it out, and then you coat it with some galvanized paint in the inside. That might extend the life of them. Again, we're using the binoculars for the roof again to look up there. You can kind of see, you can't really see with the camera too good, but you can see lifting shingles. Actually nails popping. Basically means that the roof really wasn't installed properly. Got those little guns they use, and they just pop them all in there sideways and half to the other, and they all popping back up. Looks like somebody stuck your sump pit here underneath the grade here. You need to bring it up here so it drains out, so you can see where it drains at. I don't know what they did with it. It's just stuck in the mud here somewhere. So you need to bring it out so you can see it. All right, other than that. Okay, the siding is a wood fiber. Actually it's a hardy board concrete siding. Good stuff. It's improperly installed. See how they chipped up the corners and all that? That was done by the builder. Okay, so not supposed to do this, and then you're not supposed to both face nail it like they did. They face nailed it and blind nailed it. You're supposed to do one or the other, but not both. So it was improperly installed. I don't see any major issues with it. Okay, it's good stuff. Pretty much lasts forever. It's concrete fiber. Okay, basically concrete board. Okay, good stuff. Very rarely, just to make you feel better, I guess. Very rarely is it ever installed properly, but it should work. You want to cover your window wells here. You got this cover on here. What you want to do is put a plexiglass cover over there. Keep the rain from going in here, and then it goes into your sump pit. So you get a lot of rain, a lot of times you can end up flooding your basement. So put a cover over these, keep the rain out. They got, you know, clear ones, translucent ones that lets the light in and the air in and keeps everything else out. Okay? Do that on all the window well covers. That's just a maintenance issue. Okay, your AC has tilted a little bit. These things almost need to be perfectly level. So if it goes any more, you need to have it straightened up. Because oil's in there, they can't get the moving parts right if it's not almost perfectly level, and then you have vibration issues and stuff with the fan and stuff. So it's best if they're perfectly level. Okay. I think you got a pretty good bird's nest in your this is the flue for your fireplace. You'd have that cleaned out. So heads up on your washer, you want to put it on a pan with a drain so if it does leak, doesn't leak all over everywhere. So the garage door operated as it was designed, open and closed. Do you have a little bitty hole down there? What's wrong with that is you get mice come in that way. And believe me, that's how they come in the winter time. So you can either foam those holes up, or you can extend the weather stripping across. Okay. Other than that, I think we're good. Okay. Slab here in the garage is a little bit beat up, some cracking here. What they did, try to patch it with I don't know, concrete it looks like. You can caulk these little cracks here with a flexible outside concrete patch, real flexible stuff. You don't put concrete in there, okay? So you can do that if you want. I'm not real worried about it. It's sloped away. These are hairline cracks, more or less. And mostly cosmetic. It doesn't have anything. This slab has nothing to do with the structure of the house. The structure of the house is this wall here, these foundation walls. Lock that refrigerant line hole up there. They actually have little covers that go over here to really make it nice, and then you caulk it. You know about cleaning the end of this out so the water gets away from your house. Fireplace, couldn't get it fired up today. Pilot light's on, there's gas to it, and it's not on a remote, so it's a switch somewhere. And we're guessing it's these, but it doesn't go on. Okay, up here in the attic, you got about, what is that? About 9 inches of blown-in insulation. It was 10 inches at one time, and it kind of settles. So I don't see really any issues up here. I don't see any leaking. You do have one. This is a vent stack pipe. When it rains, you can see it's leaking right down there. Yeah. Like that might even still be wet from the rain. So that's just a joint that needs to be glued back up. I don't see the other ones leaking. But you can't crawl around up here and disturb this insulation, just so you know. Other than that's it. That's all I see that's bad up here. Other than it looks pretty good. Okay, it's crawl space here. Did a pretty good job here with this. They got heat in here, and they actually put the vapor barrier all the way up, sealed the foundation wall. So this is done very good. So you need to keep an eye on this window well here. It's kind of rusted out. You may eventually need to replace it. If you cover it, that will help too. So it looks like your sump pit's leaking at all the connections there. Leaking down there. I don't know if this thing you can get this thing to work or not. I don't think I can. I can't get down there to get to it. A much better airflow if you put it in sideways to full raise like that instead of the way they had it. Okay, but I get a little bit more substantial or a little stiffer furnace filters than that. Okay, so your furnace, your condensate probably from your furnace has been leaking. The little seals, the gaskets. I looked in here underneath the fan. I don't see any damage down there. So me's thinking this is mostly cosmetic rust. The heat exchanger's up here, so that's not getting hit by the water. So you should be good to go. You need to find out why it's leaking. Or not why it's leaking, where it's leaking. And have that fixed. And I don't see any tags except in 2003 here. So you need to have the furnace cleaned and serviced. If you really want to do it right, they'll take this A coil out and clean it. You need to have this sealed all up through here too. You got major air leaks on here. Besides having the furnace checked out to make sure you didn't do any more damage. I didn't see any. It's up and running from the rust. Let's see if it fires up here a little bit. So we got the furnace up and running here. You can see it. We'll check for carbon monoxide and gas leaks and all that. Didn't pick anything up. Now let me check this for gas leak, carbon monoxide, and pick anything up here either, so you should be good to go. It's pretty much the conclusion of the inspection here, 9215. What is this street again?
Cook.
Cook, yeah, that's it.